The light's so bright, I'm blue.
You're not blue.
Let's do it like this.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So obviously, here with the husband, we're doing our Q&A, and I'm already laughing because it took a lot of years. I was bugging you a while ago actually to do one of these videos with me. So it's taken a while, but he finally said yes. We're both exhausted and a little, well, I'm giddy because I'm tired. But we're gonna do our couples Q&A. So I asked you guys on Instagram for some questions. So we're gonna get into them. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Fire away.
Okay. This is Colin, by the way.
Hi.
Okay. First question. I'm gonna let you answer first. How not to resent your husband when he gets to leave to go to work and you're at home all day with the kids?
Well, I don't resent my husband. Pretty sure that one was for you.
Yes. What's I'm tired. Okay, so I don't resent Colin at all for working because he is the one who provides all of this for me and the girls, and he works his butt off. So I never ever resent him for that. I do think being a stay-at-home mom is one of, if not the hardest job out there, but if he was at home, we'd be living in a box somewhere and have no food on the table. So
You just wouldn't do anything? You just...
Well, I'm just saying.
If I was at home, it's all over.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
That's why I'm not home.
I don't resent him.
There's a choice.
Stop! I'm gonna let Colin answer this next one. Have you ever been close to separating?
No.
You have to think about it.
Oh, a couple times.
No, that is not true.
Yeah.
Colin is the biggest smartass in the entire world. It's not true.
No, never.
Never. I told Colin a bunch of times before we got married that before we got married, I said, you're stuck with me because for us, I don't believe in divorce. Other people and other circumstances, I understand if there's like infidelity or something like that, but I've told him from the get-go, we're not till death do us part. How's Colin's patience with the girls when they're being silly and he has had a long day at work? I actually find he's more patient than me. And I think it's because he's away from the girls all day.
The chaos.
He's away from the chaos. So when he comes home, he misses them more because he didn't see them all day. So he's just extra patient with them. Where, kind of like if I have a break and I'm out of the house, when I come home, I have all the patience in the world for them because I miss them. So he actually is the more patient one, I find. I'm the one who gets mad more, I think. He rarely gets mad, period, but especially with the girls, he rarely gets mad. Next question. Who says sorry first after a fight?
Neither of us.
Well, that's not true.
We're never wrong.
No, if we ever get to a fight, it is not long. Who says sorry first most of the time?
I don't think you've ever said sorry.
That's true, actually. He does. Because I'm the type, if we get into an argument and I'm upset, I shut down, and he's the one that's like bugging me, like, let's talk. And then he's usually the one that says sorry. But I say sorry too.
No.
Yes, I do, but that's not true. I do. If I, okay, maybe not sorry I was wrong about the whole situation, but I'll be like, I'm sorry that if I came across this way or something. Or I'll say, I'm sorry too. I have said I'm sorry too.
Yes.
Next question. Reese's starting to fuss now. What are your love languages? Do you know what that means?
No.
So like some people show that they love somebody else by like physical touch. Other people are, I already know what yours is, like giving someone they love gifts and stuff like that.
Oh, so I thought you were gonna say.
This is a, excuse me, this is the PG video. Mine is like physical. Like I'm a hand holder. I want kisses. I want hugs. I want him to like smack my butt when he comes home and tell me I look good. And I'm physical. Like that's how I show that I love him. I know yours. You're the provider. I gotta get Reese. Like you're a provider. That's how you show that you love me, by like, you're the provider. That's like your thing. Wouldn't you say? Like how do you think you show me that you love me?
No, I guess you're right. Yeah.
By providing and
I'm telling you I love you every day.
yeah, he does. He's really good at telling me he loves me. I had to turn the ring light down because when I went to nurse Reese, I couldn't see anything.
Yeah, I don't.
And all I saw was like
so blue anymore.
Yeah, I don't look so pale. I was just gonna say because I was upstairs thinking about this. And another way that Colin shows he loves me is he does a lot actually around the house, probably more than most husbands. Like almost every single night, pretty much, he cleans up. And he always helps do things around the house, and that's how, and I don't have to ask him. You just do it now. He just does it. So that's also
a lot of years to break me.
You've been broken. That sounds terrible. You've been broken. Okay. How do you like living in Canada? Would you ever move to the US? Love your channel. Thank you.
Well, I used to travel for a living. I spent more time in the US than in Canada.
Yeah.
I got nothing against it. It's just, this is home.
No, not
and
our
it
families.
always will be.
And our family's here.
Yeah, I've been to every state. I've been to quite a few countries actually.
He's been to Guam.
Guam, Saipan, Australia, Hong Kong.
You've been to Australia?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
5 years ago.
Oh,
Did
I
job
don't
right in
remember.
Sydney.
Oh, I don't remember that. Yeah, and I mean.
But it's something about it. This is home. It'll always be home.
Yeah. Well, I think of the two of us, I'm the one who would be more willing to move, but my parents would have to come with me. Would have to come with us. But then sometimes, I don't know, there's a lot of things. I love the US for a lot of things, and then there's other things I don't like. Like I was just saying on my stories about their gun control, I don't like. And it's really hard to give up free healthcare. Like that is pretty nice to not have to, to not have to worry about.
Yeah, but then you do have insurance. Like it's different in the US. And
I guess it works out in the wash because we said like homes aren't as expensive in the States as it is here, right? Is it as crazy there? I guess it depends where you are. Like homes here.
It depends if you're.
Well, I'm talking like not like New York, but like if you're in a suburb in like Pennsylvania, you can't tell me those homes are 1.2 million. Maybe.
It depends though. Like say you're on the West Coast, you're in California, you could be.
Well, that's California.
No, but you could be 20 minutes outside of LA, so like a 1-bedroom condo is 800,000. But then you drive down to like 2 hours outside the city, you could find similar for 300,000-400,000.
Yeah,
it's just
true.
like how if you live close to Toronto,
yeah,
you're spending 1.2. You move out a little bit, you're 5 or 6.
So in a nutshell, we will never move to the States probably, but of the two of us, I think I'm the one who'd be more willing, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Because I bugged him a couple times before, but I love Canada. I think when push comes to shove, I don't know if I could leave, but I do love a lot of things about the US. Life after babies, how do you make time for the two of you?
We don't.
We don't.
This took 3 weeks to do.
I know, well, it's true. Like the only time that, it's true. The only time we have time together is like 8:30, usually 8:30, the girls are asleep and we watch a show together. Half the time, either he falls asleep or I have to edit a video for YouTube, and we're still like together, but we're kind of doing our own thing. So it's really hard, and we you know, we try and schedule a date night. We used to do like once a month, but with Reese lately, she doesn't want to go down for anybody, so it's been a little bit more challenging.
You just got to make the little moments count.
Yeah, like when he gets home, I'm like a little puppy dog waiting at the window, like, oh, he's home, he's home, he's home.
He can do the dishes.
That's not, no. No, I get excited.
I
can vacuum. You don't vacuum. I'm the vacuumer. But
that's where I draw the line.
like we, you know, and in the morning we always give each other a kiss and we text each other, and yeah, you just have to make time for each other, and because you know that eventually it's gonna get better. It's really hard when you have 3 little ones, but eventually that will change. More kids, or is your family complete?
Well, I physically can't.
You could get it reversed for $5,000. No, it was 10,000, wasn't it?
Well,
No, 5,000. 5,000. No, he's had his procedure. But if he hadn't, Colin, tell them all how many kids you said you would have.
I'd be fine with 5 or 6, easy. Unless it was another girl. I don't know if it could be 4 girls, that might have.
Yeah. Just like 10. How long have you and Colin been together?
Forever.
Forever? 12 years.
In a row.
In a row, yeah, 12 in a row. Married for...
Yeah, August 11th will be 12 years.
12 years. Or is it 12 years now?
No, 11 years.
11 years, okay. 11 years, married for... 5. Married for 5, because it's 1 older than Blake, so married for 5. What were your baby names? So if we had, what are the, well, I know, what were the names you really liked for the girls?
Levi, Denim, and Plaid.
This is why I picked the names.
Three girls. So.
This is why I picked the names. But what were your girl names? You had 2 that you told me you wanted, and I said no.
I like Callie.
Yeah, I did like Callie too. I liked Callie, and you liked Emma. He loves Emma, and you loved Callie. You liked Charlotte too. You were on board with Charlotte, because Blake was supposed to be Charlotte, and then I cried when I was pregnant and was like, she's not Charlotte, she's a Blake. And you hated Reese. I think you still don't like the name Reese.
No.
But do you like it now that you see her?
No.
You still don't know. He still doesn't like it. Too
No,
bad.
I don't mind it.
Too bad. What is one thing about each other that drives you crazy, and one thing that you love? I'll let you go first.
So many come to mind. It drives me crazy when you don't unload the dishwasher.
Oh, yeah, he hates that.
That's the worst thing ever.
Because he's doing.
But you got a picture, like you work all day, you put in 12 hours, you come home, you're in just an awesome mood. Fine, I'll do the dishes. I start putting stuff away, cracker open, full.
Oh, he gets so mad. He'll be like, oh no. Usually I'm in the living room and he's like, Lindsay, and I was like, yeah, and he's like, why are there clean dishes in the dishwasher? Like, well, I had a busy day, and he's like, what did you do all day?
It sounds silly, but yeah, it's just...
That drives you nuts. And now you have to say one thing you love about me. Colin, don't be he's such a smart ass. He loves me.
I just love you. Love every bit about you.
Don't, you're
Except
gonna
the
make me
dishwasher.
cry. So one thing about Colin that drives me crazy, hands down, if he's gonna be late and he doesn't tell me he's gonna be late, that drives me bonkers. That drives me nuts. I get so mad. Where if he sends me a text, hey, or a call and says, hey, I'm gonna be half an hour late, then I'm fine. But if he's late and I don't know he's late and I try and get a hold of him and I can't, my brain goes to something happened, or then that bugs me. That drives me crazy, and I hate.
Now I'm gonna have to empty the dishwasher.
I hate that. I did it today. I emptied it today. Because now in my head I'm like, Colin's gonna kill me if the dishwasher's not emptied, so I'll empty it like 2 minutes before you get home. And one thing that I love about him
Should
now.
tip my beard though, so I can keep that for a bit.
You need to shave it before Christmas. It's too
You
bushy.
didn't say you hated it.
He's
You had
so
one thing. And
okay.
you didn't
Can
say
we
it.
say in the comments you've seen him without a beard? Who likes the beard this bushy?
I was
I
sleeping
think it
10
just
minutes
needs.
ago.
I know. It needs just like a trim because you have such a. He is. Let me tell you. He is very attractive. If you see him
It's the
without a
beard.
beard, I mean,
It's the
he's
beard.
hot with a beard. You're hot with a beard. But without a beard, he's like a GQ model. He used to get asked if he would model. That's how beautiful my husband is. But, so one thing, I love obviously a lot of things about him, but my absolute favorite, I'd say hands down thing about him is that he is genuinely the nicest, kind-hearted person you will literally ever meet in your entire life. Because he is the one that if he sees an old lady stuck in the snow with her walker, he pulls over, gets out and helps her. Finds $50.
That's never happened.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has.
Oh, yeah, I did help that.
Yes.
Okay.
No, it was a woman. You said she was stuck in the snow with
yeah,
her
I did
walker.
that one too. Yeah.
Case in point. Or like today,
Okay.
Today he found $50 and most people would take it and he returned it and said, use this as a tip for your workers. Who does that? He is like, you do have a heart.
It's karma, it comes around.
Yeah, it does, but he does have a heart of gold. I always said that he's like Superman. Like he's just the nicest, sweetest person. You can answer this next one. Tell us about how you met. I had a boyfriend at the time when we met.
I don't remember how we met. In the nicest way. I don't.
Well, at the restaurant.
Like, do you mean like at the restaurant, or do you mean when like we got set up on that?
Well, that was after.
Movie night.
That was after. How we first met each other was at the restaurant.
I was a cook, and she was a waitress with a nice ass.
Yeah, he would, so the cooks would ring the bell when the food was ready. So he'd ring the bell and I'd go back and he'd be like, oh, sorry, so-and-so accidentally rang it. And then I didn't pick up on it. I just thought, oh man, this guy makes a mistake all the time. But he did it on purpose so he could watch me walk away. And I caught him staring at my butt a few times because he'd always ask me for 7-Up. He'd say, oh, can I get Phil a picture of 7-Up for him? And I turned around to ask him something and he was like this. But we never acted on it because I had a boyfriend at the time. But I used to see him carrying out the, what are those? The bins of like dishes and big biceps. And I'd be like drooling. And I'd go,
the dish guy.
no, but you would come out with the bins and you had your t-shirt on and you had,
ice.
yeah. Oh, the ice, yeah. And he's a beefy guy. So and my ex-boyfriend was like a skeleton. He was grossly skinny. So I drooled over Colin. And then how we actually got together, he left. I don't know where you went, but he left that restaurant. And then I left shortly after. And one of my girlfriends was friends with him. And we went out one night and she was telling me like, if you're gonna like anybody, like Colin, like you need to like date him. And so we had been drinking and she logged into my Facebook and pretended to be me and messaged him. And I was incredibly embarrassed the next day, but he had messaged me.
It was just a fluke that I checked it.
Because you were never on Facebook.
I don't even have an email address.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. He is the most anti-social media. That's one of the reasons why I love you too, because you're just... So yeah, he checked and then asked me out on a date, and then that was it. How do you stay... Did we do that one? How do you stay connected as a couple? Again, we talk a lot.
To death do us part. I'm stuck.
Yeah, you're stuck. But we talk a lot. Like I tell him everything. You tell me like pretty much everything. And like
here and there.
like we always ask about how each other's day was, and we're always like watching funny things together, sharing things that we saw. Like we are always like, you know, sometimes we go to restaurants and we see some couples and they don't even talk to each other. They're just like sitting there. And I pointed it out to you before and I'm like, that's so sad, because when we're together, and maybe it's just me, but we're like, blah, because I get so excited to see you. And I don't know, he's my best friend. So I know Alex is your best friend, but I'm your
You're a
best.
close second.
That's okay, I'll take it. Where do you see yourselves as a family in 10 years?
Hopefully out of this little house.
Oh, in 10 years.
Nah, we'll be at my
Yeah.
grandparents' place.
Yeah, so his grandparents, I've kind of mentioned this before, his grandparents have a house around the corner.
I hope. I'd love to.
It's on 10 acres.
It's empty right now. I'd love though to, if the family willing to sell it, buy that and bring it back to its former glory. It's a nice spot.
His grandpa's passed away and his grandmother is in a home. She's been in a home for what, 5 years now? 4? No, 4.
It's probably 6 now.
Yeah, because Blake was little when we went to see her.
Yeah.
She has no idea who we are, who even your mom is.
She's in her own little world. She's happy though.
Yeah, she's happy. So I think the family's holding on to it because they're not ready yet, but one day we would love to be there because we've always wanted land. We've always wanted...
And that place means a lot to me too.
Yeah. And obviously, if you guys saw what our house looked like before Colin did all this, you'd be shocked. It was, in my opinion, a shithole. Like it wasn't...
But it's our shithole.
It was our shithole. Like it was awful. If you, like, I wish I could show you the pictures.
Oh, when you're 22, the bank only gives you so much, so worst house on a nice street.
Yeah, we were the worst house on a nice, and now we're like one of the nicest homes. At least like other people say they love. Like anyways, Colin does amazing things, so I'm on board with that plan. And so 10 years. We'll have teenagers. Oh my God. Yeah, I just think I don't know.
Be dating.
Don't talk about that. I don't want to talk about that.
I don't want to talk. Next question.
Next. Where would you two like to travel? I think Colin's traveled out. He's traveled literally everywhere.
Corner store, maybe.
Yeah, the corner store.
Cottage.
We've actually done quite a bit together. We've gone to California together twice. We've done Hawaii twice. Puerto Rico. We went to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
I would like to do Europe with Colin. You haven't done Europe. We haven't done Europe. I would like to do Europe for sure, hands down, because I think that's one of the only places. And go back to Hawaii because Hawaii is like, I love that place.
You want to go to New York? I'll take you to New York.
And New York, I do want to go to New York. Maybe for my 35th.
All the spots. Yeah.
Maybe my 35th birthday. I don't want to talk about that. Next question. What 4 values? 4. That's a lot. What 4 values do you think you two share the most? I don't know.
It's a tough question. Yeah. 4 values.
Well, we're both okay. So we both have kind of the same.
Family, friends, food, and faith. I don't know. 4
Yeah. Well, pretty much. Like we're very similar with like. I don't know. Even when we met, I remember asking you. Actually, one of the first questions, and I'm sorry for any pot smokers out there, but I think one of the first questions I asked you was, "Do you smoke weed?" And he was like, "Nope," and I was like, "Let's date," because my last was a little bit heavy-handed in that department, and I was just over it. No offense to anybody, because people get their knickers in a knot these days. No offense to anybody who does, but it was just I was over it. It's not my thing. I've never done it. Well, one time, but anyways, we're not gonna get into that. So we have the same, like, we're not drinking every night. We're not going, you know, we're not going to bars all the time. We both, I don't know, we both wanted the same thing. We wanted to have a family. We wanted to have a nice place to live. I don't know, we just wanted the same things. We kind of parent the same, pretty much.
Good cop, bad cop.
Yeah, we work well as a team that way.
She's a bad cop.
I'm the better cop?
Bad cop.
Yeah, I'm the bad cop for sure. I feel like all moms are the bad cop. There's only a couple left. This is a 20-minute video. What are your religious beliefs? What's your faith? So Colin grew up Catholic. I'm united Protestant. He's not like,
You said that like.
Well,
Oh,
you
boy.
no, you did grow up Catholic, but you didn't do communion, did you?
Yeah, I did all the right steps.
Well, the right steps.
Proper steps, I don't know.
Well, the proper steps. Well, if we're not Catholic, we're not proper. So he's Catholic, I'm like United or Protestant. I know we both believe in God. We both want to somewhat bring up our kids to believe in God. We both knew we'd get them baptized. We debated actually on Catholic school. He went to Catholic school and Catholic high school where I didn't.
Well, then I transferred though.
He transferred for football.
Sports.
But yeah, I think we just kind of agree. I don't think either of us really necessarily like want them to do like the whole communion and stuff like that, but we do.
I don't know. I wouldn't be upset if they did.
I wouldn't be upset if they did either, but we both just want them to.
That's good for them.
To have a relationship with God, right?
Yeah.
And have a good head on their shoulders. I think that's kind of the big thing. I'll let you answer this one again. Do you believe in divorce?
Totally. I don't have a choice.
So if this is asking, again, everybody's circumstance is different. Obviously, infidelity or abuse, we're not talking about that. If it's like specifically to us and our relationship, I don't believe in divorce. I just don't. He stuck with me. Did you say same? What did you say?
I said yay.
Oh, yay.
Great.
Woohoo. How do you keep your marriage so strong and happy? We laugh a lot, as you can tell.
Well, if we're laughing, we'd be crying, so.
That's not true. That is not true. That's not true. You love me. Say you love me.
Yes, I love you.
He loves me. Honestly, I think so I met Colin when I was 21. He was 18. I dated a lot. I had a boyfriend from like 15 all the way through high school. I had a boyfriend. I was never single. So I dated a lot of losers, I'm not gonna lie. And I feel like when I met Colin, I just knew. I knew because I was so...
So I was the winner of the losers?
No, that's not... That's not what I'm saying. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying when I met you, I knew like
you dated a lot of great guys, and I still won.
Okay, well when you put it that way, that sounds bad. But I just knew that he was a good stand-up guy because I wanted someone like my father, like how my dad treated my mom, and that was Colin. He's a good guy, and I think
I was the first okay guy that came along.
No. Yeah, you were. Yeah, you
heels.
barely passed. You just passed because I was done. I swore off men before I met him, actually.
She went to girls for a bit.
I did not. Stop. I did not. But I think we have a good foundation. Like, again, been together for 11 years. We were together 6 before we got married. And we lived together before we got married. So it's like, if you don't know after that amount of time, then yeah, something's wrong. We just work.
One of us does.
One of us. Listen, you're cruising for a prison. Next question, when did you know Colin was the one, and when did he realize you were the one? I know his answer, and I want to see if you remember your answer. When did you know I was the one?
3 weeks in.
See, that's not true. You told me it was when... Well, no, you told me it was when the first time we kissed, you knew. That's what you used to say to me. Unless that was just a line to hook me and baby.
It was a line.
Well, now that I said that, do you remember, or was it 3 weeks in for you?
It just sounded good. I don't know. I guess it was the first time I kissed you.
Yeah. Yeah. Me, it took a little bit longer because, again, I had swore off men, but by a little bit longer, I mean like 2 weeks. I think we said I love you after like 2 weeks. And yeah, 2 to 3 weeks I would say we knew.
Opposite of 3. That's what I said.
Yeah, but you said, but the truth is that you knew after you kissed me, which was our, what date number was that? Well, okay, we were supposed to kiss on our first date. It was 5 a.m. because we did this all night movie thing. And we were at the door and he was about to kiss me and my mom opens the door, hi guys, and I was so mad and he left and I was like, Mom, and she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. So I think it was the second or the third date was our first kiss. Probably second date, we wouldn't have made it to the third. We barely made it. We made it anyways.
Maybe 3 days.
I know. How do you keep it spicy when you are touched out by your kids? Again, we don't.
Yeah.
Beer helps. Do either of you struggle with resentment towards each other for working or staying home? He's gonna say a smart ass answer. On my end, no, I don't resent him at all for working. Not at all. Even when he was traveling, it would suck because I was alone a lot.
I don't think that question was geared towards you.
Well, yeah, it says each other for working or staying home.
How can you resent me for working?
There are women that resent their husbands for being gone for so long. That is a thing. Tell me in the comments. It is a thing. I don't get it either. I don't get it. Because to me,
okay.
He is, no, it's true. I don't feel that way either, but it's true. There are women that resent their husbands because they get to go out and talk to other adults and stuff like that. And sometimes.
And those ones that are just on maternity leave and.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying what I've seen, but I don't feel that way at all.
Okay.
He's the provider. We wouldn't have anything that we have if it weren't for him. So how could I resent him for that? Like, I don't understand that type of thinking. And do you resent me for staying home?
Every day.
I knew he was gonna say a smart ass answer.
Every day.
Honestly.
Only when the dishwasher's still full.
I think honestly he would like me to be working. Like you say, like when Reese is older, you're like, you're gonna work, right? Like to take the pressure off of you, and I don't have a problem with that. It's just right now when they're young.
It's just hard with one income.
Oh, it's hard.
We get by.
It is hard with one income. It is hard with one income.
It's so expensive.
And it's just getting worse. But I said to him again, communication before we got married. I told him when we have little ones, I'm not missing them growing up.
I never made you.
No, we just got cut off. But that's why I married him. Not one of many reasons, but he is. I hit the jackpot with Colin, honestly. Your dream family vacation. Family vacation, for me, that's Disney World.
Yeah.
Disney.
Well, Disney. Well.
For me, that's Disney because I am dying to see the girls' reactions if they saw like Moana or who else like.
I want to go on like a Disney cruise. I've never
but
been
still
on
Disney.
a cruise.
I have. I think it's overrated. I got nauseous though.
I think cruise would be fun. I don't know.
It's fun if you have a balcony. It sucks if you don't because the rooms are like a shoebox.
Stay in the room.
I get claustrophobic. I still get claustrophobic though. Disney cruise would be fun though.
I think that would be fun.
That would be fun.
Or some all-inclusive resort. Play on the beach for 6 or 7 days. That'd be fun.
Yeah, we did do that when Blake was 4 months old. We went to Mexico. But she was a baby, and that was honestly the worst trip. I do not recommend
That
traveling.
was not the worst trip. It was such a good time.
It was a good time because you were in a floaty with my dad in the pool drinking beer, and I was with a crying baby.
What do you think I'm gonna do on the cruise or at Disneyland?
Oh, anyways, I think that's it for the questions. So thank you guys for your questions. Let me know.
Say it like that?
I don't know.
Any questions?
My voice cracks. I don't know why. It's like as
turned into a different person.
I do. It's like as I get older, it cracks and it.
I thought she was a bird the other day.
He thought I was a crow.
There was this crow like, Colin.
The sad
what do
thing.
you want? Oh, that's a seagull. I shouldn't tell her that.
The sad thing is, I heard it
She got so
myself.
mad. I don't sound like a bird. And
I
a
was like,
couple
"Ah."
days later, the same bird was in the tree.
And I was
she's
like, "Oh my
"Shit,
God."
I sound like that bird.
I do. I do sound like that bird. And even at the light show the other night, when I am trying to be like Olivia, or like when I try and like yell, it's like my voice
Only
goes.
dogs can hear her. Like it's octaves.
My voice goes higher. Like I'm not like Olivia, get back here. I'm like. It's weird. Anyways, thank you for doing my video shop.
Why are you yelling at me from all the way up there?
In a tree. Shitting on your car. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for doing it finally with me. If you want a part 2, let me know in the comments below. Although I don't know how many more questions you can.
3-4 weeks.
Yeah, 3 or 4 weeks. Better start asking
Time
now.
to spice it up.
Next time we should like have a drink or 2 and then try it and see how it goes.
That's what I said.
Yeah. Anyways, love you guys, and we'll see you. I will see you in the next video.
I'll be in the background.